That's right, Chef Troy is App Happy here this morning with 3 different appetizers. App Happy, App Happy.
And they were just random. It wasn't like these go together or anything.
Okay.
But I just want to give some ideas because, you know, a lot of folks do cookouts. You know, yesterday was probably the biggest day of the year for a cookout. You know, you do hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken, all that. So I just want to throw just kind of a little spin, just, you know, because these will make a meal if you put a few of them together.
Okay.
Easily.
Where are we going to start?
Let's start with the jambalaya cakes. I'm going to grab a couple of those off. Now, I sauteed those in iron skillet on the grill, but I've just got a couple warming up here. Basically, what we did is we made jambalaya with risotto, and that was just the trinity, which is celery, bell pepper, onions, and garlic. And then we just cooked that down. We added our risotto, a little bit of tomato paste, chicken stock, a little bit at a time to, you know, to incorporate into the risotto. And then we cooled it off. Yeah, we cooled it off, formed it into patties, and we just put some panko breadcrumbs on it, put it right in a skillet, just form it. It almost looks like a crab cake. Now this was the roasted garlic cream sauce that's going to go right on top, and that was real easy. That was just onions, just a lot of roasted garlic. Tara's going to love this dish, I think, particularly.
Her EpiPen is ready.
Yeah, and but it was just a little bit of white wine, a little bit of cream. You know, we reduced it down. You can see how thick it got. And those are actually fabulous. Now, I didn't mention, but there is andouille sausage in the jambalaya. Because jambalaya, you can use, you know, seafood, you can use chicken, you can use, you know, whatever.
There's a lot of stuff we could sub out if we were looking for something other than sausage for that.
And since pork's getting so expensive, maybe you want to hold off on the andouille.
Exactly. Unless you buy the whole cow, right, Chef Troy?
Yeah. Well, you know, they do make beef bacon. That's not what I was referring to. All right. So we grilled off some pizza dough, some regular pizza dough. I got mine at Fresh Market.
And you just threw a little oil on that, and boom, it was on the grill, right?
Right on the grill, 45 seconds to a minute, you know, each side, because you're going to finish cooking it in the oven or on the top rack of the grill. This was the goat cheese spread that was real easy, just a little bit of goat cheese, obviously, some olive oil.
Now the peaches here.
Pepper, both kinds of pepper. Now we're just going to, now the peaches we threw right in the grill as well, just trying to incorporate everything. And there we go. And then we got just some thin sliced prosciutto.
Now, is there any other, I'm just throwing this out there, is there any other fruit other than peaches that would work really good with this cheese and...
Oh yeah, you know, actually figs and goat cheese go together really well. So what we do is throw that right in the oven, and I've got some made right here. And then we've got one little extra thing we're going to do to that. I know we've got to get to our mini tacos. Okay. But we got some balsamic glaze, and I just bought this at Fresh Market, but you can make it yourself. We're just going to drizzle that on top.
How easy is it to make that yourself if somebody really wanted to?
It's easy. Basically, it's sugar and balsamic, and that's pretty much it. And you just reduce it down until it gets to a syrup. You do got to kind of be careful because it thickens as it cools, so you don't want to go too far with it. Now these were our little mini taco shells that we made out of corn tortillas that we cut with a biscuit cutter. And then we grilled our scallops. We made just a spicy guacamole just a few minutes ago. I said you want to do that last. So I'm going to give that to you.
Thank you, sir. And then you also had the extras here.
The extras,
the leftovers when you cut these guys out.
What I would do is just, you know, do like that, stick them in there. Don't throw them away. You know, fry basically a tortilla chip. Okay. And, you know, the way I present them on a plate is I put a little guacamole on the bottom so you can set the little taco up on top so they don't move.
About that. Like, is plating something that just comes naturally? Because on a lot of these shows, people just put like a pile of stuff on a plate, like MasterChef, and they always just rip it apart. What do you got to think about when you're trying to plate something if you want to be all fancy pants?
A lot of color. A lot of color, and just make sure it doesn't move a whole lot. And that would be my guess.
I'm going to tell you one thing. If you invite me over and all you serve me is one little mini taco, we're going to have an issue.
What if we had like 300 mini tacos?
You're going to get, that's your tray. That is the Terrence tray.
That's what I mentioned, though. You want to do a little bit of each one of them so you got a meal.
He made all of that
recipe on our web channel at foxcharlotte.com. And, of course, make sure you check out the news at 10 and The Edge tonight. And we will see you back here tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.